Hi, this is just a quick video for the West Point 19th Ward for taking names to the temple. It's incredibly simple. It's easier than it's ever been. I'm going to show you how to do that using a computer as well as using your phone, whether it's an Apple phone or an Android phone. Using your computer, here are the steps. If you want to pause the screen, and you can jot these down, but I'm going to walk you through them as well right now. So the first thing you do is you open up your browser and you go to familysearch.org. Here it is, familysearch.org. The first thing you do is you sign in, and once you sign in, you'll be able to see any ordinances that you have reserved. I've got a few reserved here because we're going to be doing some work for them. And your next step is going to the temple part right here. So if you go up to temple, you can see everything that's been reserved. You can see what hasn't been printed, what has been printed, what you've shared with others, or ordinances ready. Now the first thing I do is I go to ordinances ready because I'm trying to pull records for something that I'm going to do. Let's say I'm going to do sealings to parents, or sealings to a spouse, endowment, or whatever. It will go and look for records for you to pull. So in this case, let's say that we're doing a baptism and confirmation. I'd click there. It's going to search for reservations at the temple, and sometimes it takes a minute, and it'll come back and find people in my pedigree or whoever's looking for it that needs work done. So here it's found 5 people. That was pretty quick. We click on view people, and here they are. They've given me 5 names because at the temple they typically are doing them in 5 name groups, and it kind of monitors that for you. And so you can click on this to say take to the temple, and here you can do a print request, you can print it on white paper, etc. You can also just take the number to the temple and they can print them for you. So here we've got it set up on our computer, and this is kind of what it looks like if you're going to print it. Now, if you have any issues printing or whatnot, you can always go back and you can take one of these numbers and they'll be able to pull it up for you and print it. Actually, it's this number here. You can take to the temple. You can write that down and the temple will print that for you. Now, this is the same in the Apple iOS application for your phone as well as the Android one. If you have this number and go to the temple, they can print it for you. Otherwise, you can print it right at home. So speaking of the using your phone to do this, let's go look at some of those steps. So using your phone, you need to go to the App Store. You can find the Family Tree app in the Apple App Store or in the Android Google Play Store. Once you do have the app, you go to Temple, and let's take a look at that. So here's what it looks like in Apple iOS. This is what it looks like in Android. Once you download it and install it, and you open up the application, in Apple, you're going to click on Temple here, and then here's the Ordinances Ready button. And then in the Android, you've got this menu here. It won't start out in Temple, but you've got this little 3-bar menu that you click on. This will drop down, click on Temple, and then here you've got another screen like this where it says Ordinance Ready. So you click on Ordinances Ready, and it will give you the same thing you just saw on the computer, where you're able to select which ones you want to do, whether it's initiatory, endowment, sealings, whatever. When you click on that, these are what the search screens look like for each of the phone types. You wait for it to come back, and when it comes back, it'll find 5 people for the temple, or 1 person if you're doing an endowment, etc. And so this is what's beautiful about this, is it only gives you 5. You don't need to grab a whole bunch. You can just take what you need right then, and then next time you go to the temple, you can grab more. It literally takes, I think, 5 minutes total for me to prep to go to the temple. So once you have the ordinances, you can look at them here, and you can check which ones you want to do. It comes automatically checked. The 5th one is showing below this, but it comes automatically checked. You can just click on the continue button like on the computer. When you click on the continue button, you can take this number to the temple, and they can print it for you. Or you can click on View Cards, and the options, you have a lot of different options with it. But if this confuses you, don't worry about it. You can have somebody help you with it, or just take the number. But I typically print, or I'll email it to one of my computers and then print it. And when you click on the View Cards, it looks like this in each phone. And it comes up kind of as a PDF format, and then you can click up here, you can click to share it and send it to a printer or to your email. And here in Android, you'd click this button to do the same. So the long and the short of it is, whether you use a computer, your phone, or have your kids or grandkids do it for you, doing temple work now and finding ancestors that need work and taking them to the temple has never been easier. It's no longer the barrier to going and doing work for others, for your own ancestry. And it's almost just as easy as getting your own as it has been to get a name from the temple. If you need any help, contact your ward temple specialist or your ministering sister or brother. I'm sure they'd be able to help you with this as well. Good luck, and I'm sure all of our ancestors will be happy with any work we do for them.